Before I show you the steps to actually using a verse to memorize it, to use some tools to help you learn it, I want to just give an overview of the environment that we're using in this app and how things are set up. So one key area to understand is that there are these three boxes. Think about like on a desk, you might have an inbox and an outbox, and they function differently. And here you have this new box, and look, it kind of looks like a tray, like and that's where you can collect as many new verses as you want. Then we have this do box, and you see how that looks sort of like a checklist, because that will be all the things that you're actually working on that you want to study every day. So whatever's in your do box, that's what you want to be working on each day. And then we have the known box, and that shows a check, same box, but now the check is in the box because we've done those. That's kind of like our outbox. We don't really have to worry about those necessarily. I'll show you what that's good for in a minute. So those are our three boxes. Now, as you click on a box, you see how this little tiny thing shows you what box you're in. So as you click on the box, it changes what box you're in, and it might also change whatever view you're on. These buttons at the top will also sometimes change. So that's a way to get to the menu and to search and to do some other things. So those might change as well. Now let's talk about what's in these boxes, and that would be the verses themselves. But again, even here, there's two things. If you click on the image here, that treats these verses like a checklist. So if I click on the image, then it checks on that, then it selects that verse. Now you can see I have 3 selected, for example, and then I can do things with them. I can do a label, or I can click on the menu to do other things. Instead, if I uncheck those, so now nothing is selected. Instead, if I click anywhere on the verse itself, then it puts me into flashcard mode. And this mode works in all 3 of the boxes, but they work a little bit differently depending on what box you're in. So real quick though, one more thing before I go into flashcard mode more and show you what you can do with that. When you're on a box already, like we are in the new box, if you click on the title again, then it'll open up how you can sort the box. Right now it's sorted by date, which isn't as helpful to us. Right now it might be a little more helpful if it was sorted by reference. Notice, so there's 2 options, alphabetical and canonical. So if you want it by biblical, like in the order you find it in the Bible, then choose this canonical, because alphabetical would end up putting Philemon before Psalms. Now they're in order. I have 1 first, and then 2, and then 3, instead before we had 14 first, and then 13 and 12.